My name is Tayo. I'm not a full-time drummer. I'm an engineer by profession and now graduated into a sales engineer. So I do a lot of sales activity more than even the engineering work now. And of recent, I was, let's say, posted to Nigeria or, something brought me back home, and I'm working from Lagos now to the rest of the West African countries. Drumming has been fun. Drumming is good. Drumming has helped me in life. Drumming has put food on my table for years, and it still does when I play my studio sessions, the ones time can afford me. But there is something really critical I want to talk about. Drumming is a language. Drumming is a language. And when you go to school to learn, I honestly just love what Michael Oleyede did. I've looked forward to meeting him. I've chatted him up on Instagram. I know he doesn't remember, but today, God being so good, we are meeting live. He still doesn't know me. Maybe after the event, I'll formally introduce myself to him. Thank you for the teaching. Drumming is a language. Drumming as a language, let me put it that way. Now, when you go to school, and majority of us here are Nigerians, English language is not our father's tongue. You go to school to go and learn A, B, C, D. The same way drumming is. And after putting together your vowels, your consonant, you can realize that you can put together words and you can communicate. Exactly. You being a drummer, what you are doing on the drum is you are communicating with people. Now, the form in which you communicate determines the response you get, which is going to bring me to what, how, and why. Now, I'm married and I have children. If I tell my wife, if I want to say, okay, when I met her, the boys thing, you toast your wife, that kind of a thing, your girlfriend. Now, what to say, okay, determines if the lady is going to give you a listening ear, right? When you go meet a lady and you say, hey, girl, what's up? Or like, I was with someone last weekend, right? Was it last week or upper week? And some of the guys he was working with saw ladies pass by and they were like, hey, Bola, hey, Tinu, Funke. And in my head, I'm like, okay, what are you trying to do? If you want to walk up to a lady respectfully and speak with her. Now, that is the way some of us actually play drums. We just get on the drum, get a pair of sticks, and we just blow. Now, there are times for that. You understand? When you are with your buddy, like your guys, your pals, there's a way you can just speak to them. Do you understand? What you say really doesn't matter. You can even tell somebody, like they do in Lagos most of the time, the Uber driver that carries me around, when somebody calls him and he's trying to, hail the guy, we're like, hey, weary. Now, that's the way it communicates with the guy. The guy can never get offended. Why? Because it's his body. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Now, he cannot tell me that. He can't come and pick me up early in the morning to the office and you tell me, hey, weary. Do you understand? What you say determines the kind of response you get and the kind of an environment in which you are in. So if you are with your buddy, you are shedding, maybe you call up a friend, hey, dude, can you come over? Let's have some good time. Trust me, what you say doesn't really matter at that time. You can slap yourself as a form of greeting. Everybody will be fine. Do you understand? But when you are in an organized setting and you need to really communicate with what you're doing, then what you say matters. Now let's move to the next one. How do you say what you say? How? Now you know what to say. What to say was what Michael Ayede was telling us, the paradiddles, all your patterns and all of that. Now, how do you say it? If my wife should come in and I'm like, and she says, Alpha, that's the best thing my wife can ever say. Immediately she calls you like, hey, Alpha. And now, how I say I'm fine will determine the next question. Do you understand? If I'm like, oh, I'm fine. The next thing is, Kilo share. I said I'm fine. What's wrong with you? Why? The way I'm saying the I'm fine doesn't connote I am fine. Now, you know what to play. How you play determines whether you know what you are playing or not. It just gave us an example of paradiddles. Right, left, right, left, left. How you play the paradiddles will tell him and every other person you are playing to whether you know what you are playing or not, whether you are actually sure about what you are playing or not. How do you execute your patterns? How do you play your rudiments? How do you play your single strokes? How do you go about putting together what you do? Now, the next step is why, which is the most important of all in terms of communication. If I tell my wife, I love you, maybe now she might not ask me, why are you saying that? But I'm sure if you are just about dating a lady and you tell her mistakenly or something, I love you, the next thing she's going to ask you is, why are you saying that? Why are you saying I love you? Then you now start another story. Do you understand? You see, this, that. Now, if the purpose behind I love you doesn't make sense to the lady will turn down your I love you. Am I right? You have money. Trust me, not every lady goes after money. Oh, I can hear it. Yes. Now, the why. Why are you playing the chops you are playing? Why are you playing the feel you are playing? Why are you playing the patterns you are playing? In a more studio setting recording, you realize that you can actually be playing something and your producer will tell you, it's not gelling. Right? For those who play studio, who records a lot. And maybe the only thing you just need to change is from 8 notes to maybe 8-note triplets. And the guy will be fine. Do you understand? Why?
1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.